Man, you look. Even though the audio isn't even coming in clear, I think, man, by the time we put this MIDI file in it, so I can hear things because I'm like, wow, I can barely hear it, and I can still tell, like, goodness. I saw some left hand. You seemed like your left hand is just developed as your right hand. Just we got some questions. I want to ask you some of those, but how did you get your left hand so developed? Because you're doing a lot of runs with your left hand.
Um, well, the thing with my left hand is, um, like like in basketball, they tell you like you got to be able to dribble with both hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same approach. Like I practice with my right hand by itself, and I practice with my left hand by itself.
Right.
It's like a metronome. You know what I'm
Got you.
saying?
Oh, you play with
So
metronome.
yeah, just to keep everything locked in.
Well, you
And
get
it also. Well, go
okay.
ahead.
No, I said, cause no, you're getting a lot of love in the comments while you were playing, man. A whole lot of
Oh,
love. I was gonna stop you first because, believe it or not, the last person I asked to do the live training, guess what? Guess what song they did?
sorry,
What a
they did
friend,
this.
man. What a friend. I'm like, I can't put the same song up twice. But I said, you know what, man, it is what it is. Let me let them play. Let me just let them play. Just that's what music's about. Just let them play. But I got some questions, man. So let's go. The first one is Colin. I'm gonna do it in order.
Yeah.
Don is asking, when you're beginning to learn to play songs by ear, how did you transition from just padding the chord progression to playing with more movements and chops and stuff like that?
When learning to play song by ear,
You know how
I
you
use
first start off by just padding, you're just padding, and then he's asking, how do you go from just padding to doing a little bit more than that? Did it just come in time? Is that something that you developed in time, or is it something you actually did? Just
some of it was developed in time. You
okay,
know, the other thing is just knowing what you have. Like, when you're padding the chords, the notes that you're playing in the chords, those are target notes. You know what I'm saying? So, like, for
okay,
example, if I play F minor 7 or F minor 9, right?
okay,
Right? Every one of those notes can be a run. You know?
okay,
Right. Right. So,
okay. So all
so
the notes, you're saying all the notes within. Hold on for a second, because while you're talking, I want to Oh, hold on. Okay, so go ahead. All right, so go ahead.
okay. So, like, so if I'm playing that F minor 9, right?
Okay.
Like each one of those notes, I can automatically use that as in my line. It can be
Okay.
an arpeggio,
Okay.
or yeah,
Okay. So you have a lot of you have choices to use from within the chord.
right.
But
So
it's your technique with how you arrange it, because you're not just playing it as a scale, you know. You're playing them
right,
differently, but I guess you can get those movements by listening to some of the horn players and some of the other things. You can kind of pick up exactly how to play it, right?
right, and and also when you're padding, you also should keep in mind how long you're going to be on that chord for.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because if the tempo is like 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're playing like the F minor 9 with only 2 beats, you only have a certain amount of time. So like,
Got you.
right, right, right.
Okay.
So if we use that for example, right,
Uh-huh.
right, it goes right to the E flat minor, and then to
Okay.
the C sharp minor to C minor 7 with the 9, right?
Okay.
So it all depends on how much time you're gonna be on that chord.
Okay.
You know what
Okay.
I'm saying?
Got you. Got you.
Yeah.
Let me keep going. Let me ask another one. What about Hold on for a second. I got other questions here. I just need to get back to the chat. Um, no, there's one. James is asking, what's your practice routine?
My practice routine. Um, let's see. My practice routine is this. I warm up with like with scales, and I do like hand and exercises, but I do them in all keys. Because
Oh,
and it's written in C, so I put them in
gotcha.
all the keys, and then I do this chromatic thing where it's kind of like I'll just play it. So it's like
Okay.
contrary motion. So it's like just kind of warm up. That's kind of
Okay. So
warm up or whatever.
you're just going in opposite, contrary.
Right.
Okay, got it. Okay.
And
Okay. So
then and then after that, I work on like my sight reading. You
okay.
know,
Okay. So
because
scales
I always
first, then sight
right.
reading.
Yeah. Sight reading to me is really really important. I always want to keep that skill going. Um, and then I start working on like there might be a line that I like in terms of like that I heard from like a jazz recording or whatever, and I'll learn that and I'll put that in all the keys, and then I'll try and work on my soloing. You know, now mind you, I don't do all this stuff every day. Like I have to
Gotcha.
space it out,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I
yeah.
also try and keep my classical chops up too. Like I do the box stuff too because I want to keep. I want to
Mm.
keep that together, like the Chopin, all that kind of stuff. I want to get that together, you know.
Okay. Okay. So and then how much practice? Oh, related to that question, how much practice time? Like how long are you? Is it specific or is it kind of changing every day?
It changes every day, especially if you have a family.
Oh, gotcha.
Especially
Yeah,
if you
of course, of course.
yeah, because during the day, I got to be husband and dad,
Gotcha.
and I can't just like, oh, I got an idea, I'm gonna go to the piano real quick. It's like, nah, I got to take care of what I got to take care of first, and then when the downtime happens and everybody's asleep, then I can,
Gotcha. Gotcha. So
yeah.
Anthony's wondering, related to that again, are you spending a lot of time on the weaknesses, and or are you kind of playing what you like? And how much time
Oh,
are you spending on the weaknesses?
I spend. I'll say I spend about 70% of the time on my weaknesses.
Okay.